Hello everyone and welcome back to my opinion. And the Chennai Super Kings have lost their fourth consecutive match, this time to the Punjab Kings. I'm sorry I couldn't upload this video earlier because yesterday I was completing my dissertation and you may hear some background noise, and that is because there's some renovations going on in the neighboring house. I'd given this warning in the previous video, so I'm sorry for that, and let's get into this review. Starting off with the 11s, I'd suggested for the Punjab Kings that they should play the four overseas players of Josh Inglis, Glenn Maxwell, Marcus Stoinis, Azmatullah Omarzai. I'd said that Vishek Vijaykumar should be brought in after bowling so well in the first match, and Harpreet Brar should be played as a second spinner. They didn't make those changes. They went with the same side, and I maintain this is the wrong combination. It looks good because they are winning, but you saw in the previous match that they were found wanting. This batting lineup is explosive. Is it reliable? No, we saw that today. And in case it does fail, have you got the bowling attack to defend less than 180 on any surface? No, you haven't. So this is the incorrect combination. And I think at some point down the line, they will reap the consequences of playing this combination. And for CSK, I talked about 3 11s that they could go with. For now, I went with 11-1, where I'd said Rutraj should open. If you're going to play all three of Devon Conway, Rutraj Gaikwad, and Rachin Ravindra, Rutraj should open with Conway. Rachin should bat number 3, but they went with what they have done thus far, which is Rachin and Conway to open, Rutraj 3. I didn't think it was the correct call. Secondly, I'd said Anshul Kamboj should play ahead of Mukesh Chaudhary, but both teams went with the same combination, and I didn't think that they had made the correct calls there. Shreyas Iyer won the toss and chose to bat first, which I thought was the correct decision. Now, as far as the power play went, Khalil Ahmed has been the best power play threat this season thus far, according to me. And once again today, there was some carry up front. He swung the ball both ways and he picked up 2 wickets in the power play. Mukesh Chaudhary picked up 1. Having said that, a lot of runs were scored. Priyank Chariya from the first ball, he's a good talent. I mentioned him that LSG should sign him. There's been some talk on his technique, but in this match, when selection was on the line where they were going to go with him or Prabhsimran Singh, he scored this blistering century, and I think that talk has been put to bed. He will certainly be the starter. Once again, we've seen whenever Ashwin has bowled in the power play, he has gone for runs, and I heard that he's got an economy rate of above 15 in the power play compared to 7.5 in the middle overs. And Rutraj Gaikwad brings him on the 6th over. He goes for 21 runs. And I feel there's been an inconsistency in when bowlers will bowl their full quota, because you've seen 3 instances, 2 this season, 1 last season. In this match, Matisha Patiana, I'll keep saying he has to bowl that 6th over. An overseas fast bowler in the IPL not bowling in the power play, I think it is a travesty, especially when you've retained him for that match. People say, oh, he's restricted the runs in previous matches when he's bowled 1 for 31 and 4 and bowled at a phase where the match has already been lost because of what has preceded. In this case, goes to 23 in his first over, then still gets bowled for his 4 overs and goes for 52. And I think he didn't go for many runs in the last over, yet he still won for 52. In this case, Ashwin he gives 21 when bowled in the incorrect phase. Then he bowls well. After that, there was 1 catch put down on the boundaries ball by Mukesh Chaudhary, so he's a bit unlucky there. But he bowls 4. But in a previous match, when he goes for less runs and then he picks up the wicket of Padikkal against RCB, he doesn't bowl his 4. Jadeja, none for 18 and 3, doesn't bowl another. Noor Ahmed doesn't bowl a 4th. And Mukesh Chaudhary, who bowled better this match than what he did in the previous match, he was still expensive this match, he doesn't bowl more overs. So bowlers don't know when they're going to bowl their 4. Apart from Khalil, all the other bowlers in the side are going in with uncertainty. I think it's been very poor captaincy. It's poor captaincy the previous season, poor captaincy this time. Once again, when you've got the 2 overs of spin and you're not going with that, you're using them in incorrect phases and then not trusting him. I thought it was very poor from the captain. 83 for 5, and you let them get to 219 for 6, where Shashank Singh, a matured knocker, 52, and Marco Janssen, credit to him. I didn't think he'd go well on this kind of surface. I think he played a good shot through the mid-on region for his first boundary. Then he took to Patirana. I'd still say on a surface that was better for batting than I anticipated, but you've still got some assistance for the spinners there, and you're letting Marco Janssen score those runs after having the team at 83 for 5. It's a bowling failure. And this is why I'm saying, going back to the Punjab Kings and starting off with their power play, Shreyas said, I've said this many times, I said this for India as well, he should not bat at number 3 in this format. He should bat at 4. The ideal benchmark is in ODIs, should walk out after the 12th over. In the T20, should walk out after the power play or at least the first 4 overs. And in Test cricket, he should bat at number 5. So if he walks out any earlier than these situations, he will not succeed on a consistent basis because he scored those 2 half centuries in the first 2 matches. He can get carried away. He's been playing very well. He's been playing with confidence, but he's not got the technical soundness to bat when the ball is moving around the first 4 overs. We saw that in the previous match, and we saw that in this match. I feel he's trying to be someone who he isn't, and I don't think it's necessary for him to be that because the confidence he's batting with. People now, if he demotes himself to 4, which would be correct, people say, why isn't he taking responsibility? I think that's nonsense. You've got to consider which phase you'll be successful in as a player. What I would do is, Shashank Singh is a matured player. Why is he batting behind Marcus Stoinis and Glenn Maxwell? I'd play Shashank Singh at number 3, can play a double role. Shreyas at 4, bring in Josh Inglis or Prabhsimran Singh. Look at that top 4 compared to this top 4. We had to bat Marcus Stoinis at 4 and then Shashank Singh behind Maxwell when he's rescuing things, when he's a far better player than that. So I think they should optimize the batting lineup and I'll maintain the bowling attack they've selected is very ordinary. So that's, I thought, an expected tactical mismanagement from CSK. They'd gone from a position of strength to conceding more than what the past score was. And I knew this was going to be a difficult chase. They got to 59 without loss after the power play, and people may think it's a good start. I thought they were short after the power play, which is the reason why I've mentioned this so many times. Devon Conway with his bat swing on a slower service, especially when chasing this kind of score, he will not work out in this format. Someone has got to rectify his bat swing. You saw examples of that today. A laboured 69 of 49 and a bizarre time to retire him out when it should have happened 5 overs earlier. 49 of 13 when Jadeja walks out to bat. And the response post-match is we made a change when we felt the need to do so. So you thought Jadeja was going to win you the match. You needed above 24 and over. So I really thought it's been pathetic management thus far. And Ruturaj Gaikwad is an orange cap contender, should be playing for India in such confidence. You are playing him out of position. And in a chase when you've not got enough runs in the power play, he's walking out under pressure and is dismissed, and you're ruining his confidence as well. So it's very poor for them. Dubey scored runs in this match, which is good. Yes, Punjab Kings fielded worse than CSK. I think they dropped double the amount of the catches. It seemed as if that's what happened, but 42 of 27 at times, and Seamers bowled the short balls as well. He took to Lockie Ferguson, so I thought positive there because he's vital to the middle overs. That he's the reason why CSK got to that 200 point because Devon Conway during that partnership and throughout the innings was not going well. The best power hitter in this side is still MS Dhoni, so people have been criticizing him a lot, and I'll maintain all the matches thus far, they have not lost because of Dhoni. He has walked out when the match has been over. He correctly walked out at number 5 in this match. However, there was too much for him to do when you needed about 18 and over at that stage. Conway should have been retired out earlier, and I don't know why there was that talk, given that they made a decision when they felt it was a need to do so. If that's when you feel he should be retired out, then there's some serious concerns there. And so that was on that. The CSK lineup does not have power hitting, as I've said. You've got Devon Conway because of the bat swing, he will struggle. Vijay Shankar because the bat swing against spin, he will struggle. Jadeja takes 14 balls against spin, and there weren't 14 balls remaining in the innings when he walked out to bat. MS Dhoni is also a pace hitter. And Chahal only bowled 1 over in this match. I would have bowled him in the last few overs to Dhoni and Jadeja because they wouldn't have had to rely on a Yash Thakur full toss to dismiss Dhoni. I don't know why Yash Thakur is an impact sub. And what was the point of Vijay Kumar winning you the match in the first match if you're not going to play him after that? And had Chahal bowled to Dhoni and Jadeja, then this match would have been won by a greater margin, but they didn't do that. And so still, Punjab Kings are playing the wrong combination. Marco Jansen's been bowled at second change. He's being hammered every match, expectedly so. Lockie Ferguson going for runs as well. Marcus Stoinis in this day and age, unlike before, you cannot use him as someone who's going to bowl more than about 1 over or so, especially when he bowls medium pace at straight lines in this day and age. It would not work. It could have worked before, probably not now. So if you're not bowling Chahal, you're not playing Harpreet Brar, you're not bowling Graham Maxwell much either, you've not got the spin strength, and you're using your fast bowlers terribly, and you're picking the wrong combination. If Arshdeep Singh does not strike up front, or at least contain the runs, this team will go for an absolute hammering. So it looks good because they won. I would maintain they're playing the wrong combination. They've got to play Shashank Singh at number 3, Shreyas at 4, and bring in Vijay Kumar and Harpreet Brar as well as Josh Inglis. CSK, this is my 11 for them. I will drop Devon Conway because the next match is against Kolkata in Chennai, and I don't think that things are going to really, considering the surface, the quality of spin they've got, I think it'll go well. So I've gone with Rachin Ravindra, Raj Gaikwad, C. Andre Siddharth, Rahul Tripathi, Shivam Dubey, Ravindra Jadeja, MS Dhoni, Ravichandran Ashwin, Anshul Kamboj, Patirana 10, Noor Ahmed number 11. You play 3 overseas players because you've got no one else. Patirana has got to bowl that 6th over, otherwise it's a waste of time retaining him. People are going to say he restricted runs to the death. The moment the target goes above 180, the side cannot chase. They got this close because of drop catches in the other team playing the wrong combination. So this is especially on a more batting friendly surface, is this the combination without that power hitting that you'd want to go in with? No. But they've not got another option. They've got to try this. They've got to try one of the talented youngsters in Andre Siddharth and Sheikh Rashid. Or you could play both if you want to leave out Rahul Tripathi and play Sheikh Rashid at 3 with Andre Siddharth at 4. Depends on what you want to do. But this is the kind of combination they have to go with. Anshul Kamboj has to play ahead of Mukesh Chaudhary, and they shouldn't. If they have to introduce spin before the middle overs in the power play, I said Noor Ahmed should be that bowler. He's not put 1 in the power play. That's what I think. So, poor resource management, a poor auction. I'm not surprised at how things are going. And now for Kolkata, where they lost their previous match by a narrow margin. And I've said before that them playing the overseas seamer, I knew they'd do it. That is, it's hurting them because Spencer Johnson's going for 30 runs in 2 overs. You're wasting an overseas slot. Sunil Narayan with a bat, I expected him not to fire, and we've seen Quinton de Kock, apart from that 197, hasn't done much, and I questioned his mindset going into this tournament as well because he's slowly been withdrawing himself from playing the highest level of cricket. And because they made Ajinkya Rahane the captain, one of Venkatesh and Raghuvanshi cannot play. I said in my preview, if you paid that much of Venkatesh, then Raghuvanshi cannot play. They've played them both. And they had the previous match in their hands. And for some reason, they go for the left-right combination where they send Rinku Singh out at 8. They send Ramandeep Singh and all ahead of him and they lose by 4 runs. So very poor management towards the end. How would I go? I've gone with Quinton de Kock, Sunil Narayan to open, Ajinkya Rahane at 3, Ankush Raghuvanshi 4, and yes, you'd see who I've left out. People may not agree with it. Rinku Singh 5, Moeen Ali 6, Andre Russell 7, Ramandeep Singh 8, Vaibhav Arora 9, Harshdeep Rana 10, Varun Chakravarti at number 11. I've left out Venkatesh Sher. You've paid 23 crores for him, but he's been going okay. No, he's been good. He went wrong in 2 matches before. Went okay in the previous match, but I still feel playing the middle order, he's playing out of position, as is Raghuvanshi when he's walking out after number 4. Who's demonstrated the greater class and consistency. Raghuvanshi has demonstrated that, so I've gone with him to bat at 4, and I feel against CSK spinners on this kind of surface, with how assured he's looking, I feel he would do well. Now, Moeen Ali's batting has not been great in the last spell, but he can also be that third spinner, which is why I have brought him into the side in place of Rovman Powell, who I would have picked if it was a more batting-friendly surface. Chetan Sakaria should be the impact sub. They've got the seamers to bowl on the power play, Arora, Harshit Rana, Chetan Sakaria, then the spinners thereafter. So I think it's a hit and miss team. Strategically, they've not been great, and you don't know what they're going to do because the fast bowling is unpredictable. The batting's unpredictable. The only thing that really you can bank on is the spinners. So I don't know what they're going to do. And now on the 11s or the comparison of 11s. So in Chennai, you've got to get to that 55 for on the power play. Which team is going to that? Starting off with CSK, you got Rachin Ravindra, Rutraj Gaikwad, Andre Siddharth, and Rahul Tripathi, the top 4, compared with Kunal Nikok, Sunil Nara, Ajinkya Rahane, and Krish Raghuvanshi for KKR. Rachin has not been striking at that high of a tempo thus far. Rutraj Gaikwad is in great confidence. Andre Siddharth is a very good talent. Rahul Tripathi, you don't know about his confidence. Quinn de Kock, after the 197, not been in great form. Sunil Narayan, expectedly not done anything. Rahane is playing with class. Ankush Raghuvanshi playing with class. So it's a slender edge for KKR. However, no matter how confident you are, if you lose 2 wickets early, then you will not be able to play with that same flow, which is why I won't be surprised if both those top 4s turn out to be equal. But because of the outright confidence of 2 players, KKR have a slight edge, but still they can level out on their day. Now in the middle overs, you've got to not get bogged down by the spinners and know how to score on the last turnovers when it's tougher to score. For CSK, you've got Andre Siddharth, Rahul Tripathi, Shivam Dubey, Ravindra Jadeja, compared with Ajinkya Rahane, Ankush Raghuvanshi, Rinku Singh, Moeen Ali. Andre Siddharth is a very talented player. Rahul Tripathi, confidence you don't know. Shivam Dubey scored runs the previous match, so good for him there. Jadeja takes that 14 balls to hit boundaries against spin. For KKR, Rahane may struggle against this spin attack on this surface, but he's been in good form. Raghuvanshi is a class player. Rinku Singh scored runs the previous match. Moeen Ali's batting has not been there, but CSK have also not got the most assured lineup, so they can afford one player with not much assurance. KKR have got the edge there. Now for the spin edge, I feel KKR may trust their spinners more than CSK based on the trio. Then Jadeja, Ashwin, Noor Ahmed is the best in the league. Despite KKR have got Varun Chakravarti and Sunil Narayan, it depends who trusts their spinners more on the day. So based on that, I feel KKR have got the edge because Rutraj may not trust the spinners. And on the pace attack, CSK have got the edge. KKR's team has been very unpredictable. Khalil Ahmed alone has got the edge over all the others. So I feel overall KKR's batting is also hit and miss, but I feel it's more loaded than the CSK batting. Then they may trust their spinners more, which is why KKR go the slender edge. However, I don't feel it's as convincing as the edge that I would have given in other cases. So let's see how this match goes. If you enjoyed this video, please unsubscribe, share with your friends. Remember, this is my opinion. What's your